What is up, everybody, and welcome to FLW Videos. In today's episode, we're going to be celebrating a milestone. I have finally hit rank 9 in Go Battle League. Very excited about that. Maybe you're a player out there who's already hit rank 9, you've hit rank 10, you may have done it a long time ago, but regardless, you should be proud of yourself. It really is a tough thing to beat. I finally was able to do it, and it was all thanks to this team. So with this team, I've been using it for a very long period of time. Once we started that season 1, I just haven't covered an episode with it, but once it ended up going into Open League, this team helped me push up over 200 trophies to finally get into rank 9, so we're going to be talking about it today. We've got Altaria on the lead, we've got Defense Form Deoxys, and then finally we have Meganium. Now, I have personally opted to choose Meganium over its better option like Venusaur because of the move Earthquake. I love having that option because of steel types being so common. I have a chance at coverage with that Earthquake taking down those steel types. So let's go ahead and jump into the footage. We were going up against a Melmetal. Now, this past season, I have personally not seen as many Melmetals, so it was interesting to go ahead and run across one. And we've got Defense Form Deoxys, and I have opted to go with Thunderbolt, which I think has helped give me a lot more coverage than another move like Psycho Boost, for example. So we're going up against Gardevoir. Now, Gardevoir is just known to be a charmer. It's also a glass cannon, but it can do some crazy damage. Now, you might be asking, why in the world am I bringing in an Altaria? Well, like I said before, Gardevoir is a glass cannon, so I knew I would end up getting a shield in that case. Now they are down both shields, so it's off to the races. All I have to do is make it to a Frenzy Plant with the Meganium, and I will be able to take out Gardevoir just because of the low stamina that it has. So here we go, hitting it with the Frenzy Plant, taking it out, no problem. So we're getting into the final Pokemon. Now remember what I said before. Meganium is such a solid option when you don't really know exactly what's in the back, and then also when you're going up against steel types. So of course I use Defense Form Deoxys to take on the steel types head on, but Meganium is like always my backup. And you'll see why. That Earthquake does just a tremendous amount of damage. So because we were smart, we saved our shields, we're just gonna basically farm up to an Earthquake and then take out this Registeel for the first victory of today's video. And of course, we're going to have 2 more battles to go. And there are some pretty tough battles going up against some very tough Pokemon. Lots of legendaries, lots of just very meta teams. And so the second one is going to be against an Altaria. So we're actually going to be in a mirror matchup. So you may have noticed the IVs that I had on my Altaria where it's got a 15 attack. Now that is not the ideal that you want to go with, not the ideal IVs. You typically want to go with as low of an attack as possible and then high defense and high stamina. But a side benefit of having a high attack stat Altaria is that you win a lot of those charge move priority ties. So in this case, that ended up working out, and because of the way that I use Altaria, I'm okay with sacrificing it, winning a mirror matchup against this Altaria. Yes, I have a Defense Form Deoxys, but if I were to switch into it, they would just switch out. I really need Defense Form Deoxys, so typically what I do is I don't go ahead and switch in. I basically just go ahead and finish out the tie if that ends up happening. So we were able to build up some energy, which is nice. Now we're going to go into a Meganium. So Meganium is going to be a little bit on the tough side just because of our moves not going to be doing any super effective damage. So I pulled in Meganium on the switch to take on that Frenzy Plant since it won't be effective at all. And I noticed that they are not getting their Meganium out. So that's something that I am going to have to think about. So we're going to go ahead and just try to farm up a little bit. They're going to go ahead and hit us with another Frenzy Plant. I decided to go ahead and not shield because I know how much damage it's going to end up doing. I'm trying to build up enough to hit them with a Frenzy Plant and potentially hit them with an Earthquake, but we'll end up seeing what ends up happening. So they end up losing a shield there. And then I end up getting hit with another charge move. So I'm going to go ahead and shield it because I want to get rid of my excess energy. And then I'm going to go ahead and spam for the Earthquake. They might block it. They might not. We're going to see what ends up happening. And I managed to get the hit off on it. And now I'm going to go ahead and switch into Deoxys. And since I already had energy loaded up, I should have done a Rock Slide. I Don't know why I did the Thunderbolt there, but lessons learned from that for sure. And then now we're just going to try to farm it down. Luckily, they did not get to another Frenzy Plant, so I get to keep a shield, which is nice. Going into the last Pokemon. And this is why I like using Thunderbolt on Defense Form Deoxys, is because Azumarill is just so common in the Great League. Having Thunderbolt is so helpful. A lot of times what I've done is, in a situation where I switch out, I'll hit it with a Thunderbolt and then just back out. But in this case, I think we can win this, so the play is to just go ahead and shield. They built up some energy, so I didn't think it was going to be an Ice Beam. And then go ahead and hit it with a Thunderbolt. It's going to get really close to being able to take it out, maybe like a hit or two away. So there we go, taking out the Azumarill on one more hit, and we were able to take it out. That was probably one of the cleaner victories that I had with this team throughout the final set. So this is the last battle that I wanted to showcase today, and that is the final battle that I did before reaching rank 9, and it was seriously a tough battle. We ended up with going up against an Umbreon. Now, Umbreon gives me some problems with my team because the only super effective move that I can hit it with is with Defense Form Deoxys using the move Counter. The issue is that the moveset of Umbreon using the Foul Play, it's going to be super effective against Deoxys. So I'm thinking in my mind, you know what? My best chance is to potentially try to get rid of some of those shields. So I tried going for a Dazzling Gleam. It's very hard to get off a Dazzling Gleam with Altaria. I tried there. They ended up blocking it. So I'm like, dang, I kind of wish I'd gone with the Sky Attack. But what ended up happening in this one is that they ended up really being protective of their Umbreon. So I should have just spammed out some charge moves. So in comes another one, and I decided to just go ahead and shield it. I want to get those shields down. If I've got a shield left and I've got a Defense Form Deoxys, I feel pretty good about the matchup. So we're going to go ahead and come in with the Sky Attack. Get the Excellent on it. And they blocked it again. So I'm like, oh man. Yeah, they are really trying to protect their Umbreon here. So I'm going to go ahead and let Altaria go down. Well, like I said, we've got both of their shields down. So why not go ahead and take in Defense Form Deoxys, hit Umbreon with some of those counters, and then if they get to another Foul Play, I'll just go ahead and shield it. And that actually ended up being what ended up happening. So we're going to shield, and we're just going to do a little bit more chip damage, and then we're going to hit it with a Rock Slide just to make sure we can knock out this Umbreon, since it is our biggest threat to Deoxys that we know of. We don't even know what else is in the back. So we're going to go ahead and hit it with the Rock Slide. Should take it out. There it is. So now we're going to see what they have in the back. What were they trying to protect so much? We've got a Defense Form Deoxys versus Defense Form Deoxys. So a mirror matchup in this case. And I'm going to go ahead and hit him with some Thunderbolts. So there we go with the first one. With this mirror matchup, I mean, it's kind of tough because once again, I don't really have a good answer to this Defense Form Deoxys. Meganium can do a lot of damage. I'm just worried about something like a Psycho Boost hitting it. So it's just kind of tricky. So in this case, I'm not sure why they did this, but they ended up hitting me with a Psycho Boost. Did they think that was going to take me out? I mean, surely not. There was just so much distance to go down, but for whatever reason, they hit me with a Psycho Boost. So now we're going to go ahead and hit him back with a Thunderbolt. And then I believe I went ahead and switched out because I was worried about Meganium, right? But didn't get the switch in time. So our Deoxys is going to go down. But this may not end up being a bad thing, though, because Deoxys still has health. It has lost all of its energy, so that means that Meganium is going to be able to farm up some. And they ended up opting to switch out. But I don't think they had enough energy to be able to get to another Psycho Boost. Maybe I'm wrong, but in this case, we're going to go ahead and hit it with a Frenzy Plant. It will not take it out. Any move that comes from Lantern isn't going to be super effective against us, so we should be good to go. And you'll notice that Lantern still has some health left. So because the health is still left on Lantern, basically what I'm trying to do is just build up my energy, try to get to a Frenzy Plant. I was one short. I've got it there, and I'm going ahead and spamming off that Frenzy Plant just in case he ended up having a charge move loaded I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to go for the farm down. I just want to go ahead and hit it, finish it off. And that's what did it, ladies and gentlemen. Finally making it up to rank 9. I'm just so excited about this. Am I going to be able to push to rank 10? I think I have a lot of work to be able to do. But getting to rank 9 is obviously a step in the right direction. I can't wait to get like some of the right Pokemon, the right IVs. All of that definitely plays a factor into it. I'm working on unlocking secondary charge moves, things like that, but I want to pass off the success that I'm having with my team off to you to help you become more successful. Hopefully you have some of these Pokemon, or at least a couple of them, so you can kind of see how I ended up using them. Anyways, let me know what team you are using in the comment section below. What MMR are you at? Anything and everything, let me know, and I will see you next time.